Hi, my name is Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to have some reading prompts choose my TBR for January, or at least help me choose my TBR for January. And then I'm going to loosely talk about some 2025 reading goals. I can't believe 2025 is already here. Is anyone else as flabbergasted as I am, or is that just me? So first, let's talk about what I'm currently reading. I am 30% into Wind and Truth by Brandon Sanderson. I will absolutely be continuing this in January. I'm loving it so far. I had to put it on hold to finish some book club books for a different book club. However, I'm almost done with that one and I will have it done here in a couple days. As of the time that I'm filming this, it is December 27th. So I will have that out of the way before the new year starts. And then I can continue with Wind and Truth. So far, I'm loving it. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. It's very epic, and the characters are all like, you could tell like shit is gonna go down in the last 70%. I'm also currently reading Valor by John Gwynne for my book club, which is The Reading Realm over on Discord, which is always linked down below in every single one of my videos. If you want to join us, check it out. You can read with me in the book club. You can just hang out and chat nerdy things. There's other readers in there, gamers, D&D nerds. It's just a cozy, small community, and everyone there is so sweet. We are currently reading Valor until mid-January, and then after that we will be either continuing with Ruin by John Gwynne, which is the third in the Faithful and the Fallen series, or we might take a short break and maybe pick a really small like novella or standalone to read before we do dive back into Ruin in March. So it will either be February or March for this one, but if you want to pop over in the Discord, it's linked down below, and then you can see what the group has decided. I think so far the vote is leaning towards continuing Ruin immediately without taking a break. So if you've been meaning to read this, or if you're already reading it and you want to join it with us, then feel free to. Just notice how big this is. In January, I will also be reading Adrift in Currents, Clean and Clear, which is the 10th Wayward Children series book that comes out on, I believe it's January 6th or 7th. I'll have the date here on the screen for you. But I have this as an e-arc, so I'm going to start it like first thing in January so I can help chat about it right when it's coming out. This series, I love this series so much. Like every book is just like so cozy and whimsical and makes me feel like really seen. Like as a kid, especially like younger me would have died for these books, and I love them so much because it just makes me feel like this series is for the kids who like didn't feel like they belonged growing up, and now like as adults, like looking back at it and seeing like that sensation through the eyes of the characters in this book, like it's just like a warm hug, but also like a little bit bittersweet and kind of sad, but I love them anyways, and I can't wait for the next one. Now, I do already have a few books that I'm wanting to get to in January. However, I am also really wanting to play the TBR Machine, which is a website created by Penny from Penelope the Paperback Cat, who I'll have linked down below. I love watching her vlogs, and she reads very similarly to me, even though our tastes like do differ sometimes. We are reading similar things, and she's super sweet, so go check out her channel. But this website was created by her to help her pick prompts for her TBR, and she uses it every month. So I really wanted to kick off January by using these prompts as well. I have it here on my iPad, and I will screen record so you can see the results of what I'm picking. So I am obviously still reading 2 books, and there are 2 other books that I already know that I want to pick up in January. So if any of those fit these prompts, I will slot them in also. I think I'm going to pick 4 prompts because I'm really hoping that at least one of them will fit a book that I'm already planning to read or currently reading. So wish me luck. Prompt number 1. Read a book with green on the cover. I can work with this for sure. I think this will work for Adrift in Currents, Clean and Clear. There's a turtle on the cover, and I believe there's some watery foliage near him. I don't have it in front of me, but off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure it has green on the cover, so that works perfectly for that one. Prompt number 2, read a book written for a middle grade audience. I can work with that. I think, I'm not sure which one I will end up picking, but I would like to pick up Mermedusa by Thomas Taylor or Amari and the Despicable Wonders by B.B. Alston. These are both continuations in series. Amari is about a little girl who finds out that her brother was part of this magical organization, very much giving Men in Black vibes, and she becomes a part of that and goes to a magic school. The Arion Sea series is about a little boy who was lost as a baby, and now that he's a little bit older, he is the lost and founder of the Grand Nautilus Hotel, and he's constantly going on adventures with his best friend Violet to find missing items or missing people or solve mysteries, and it's really, really cute. So one of these I will definitely pick up for that prompt. I don't know which one yet, so we'll just talk about them both. Prompt number 3 is listen to an audiobook, and I am already listening to Wind and Truth, so this is perfect. I'm going to slot that in for this prompt here. And last but not least, prompt number 4. Prompt number 4 is read a historical fiction, and I don't want to do that in January, so I'm going to break my rules and I'm going to veto this question, and I'm going to re-roll. So prompt number 4, take 2, read a book borrowed from the library. I can do that. This is great. I could do that because I can borrow an audiobook of a book I was already planning on reading if they have it, hopefully. So this one will just be a mystery to you because I don't know what I'm going to pick for it yet. It depends on what my library has available to me. So those are all of the books / prompts I'm going to pick for January. I don't want to overload myself. My main focus is going to be finishing Valor, finishing Wind and Truth, getting Adrift and Currents Clean and Clear done before it releases, and then reading one of those middle grades, finding a library book that I can use for the library prompt, and yeah, I guess that's it. I don't want to push it in January. We're going to call it there. I need to set myself up for success. In 2025, I don't really have like a huge like list of reading goals. I don't have like a shit ton of things that I want to like accomplish as far as like reading goes. My main goals are to focus on reading books that I'm enjoying. If I'm not enjoying it, DNF it. I really do want to continue series that I'm already in the middle of because a lot of them, like I'm loving them, or I would have just DNF'd the series. I just get so distracted, like bouncing from place to place, series to series, new releases, old releases, standalones, like all these things like come up because I have like a little bit of reader ADHD when it comes to reading a series all the way through. So I would say that is probably my biggest 2025 reading goal. And then numerically, I would like to read 90 books. Again, like this means nothing. No matter how many books you read, like you're a reader and you've read a great amount, and that's perfect and you're doing fantastic. The numbers are made up. They literally don't matter. I just, for me personally, think that having a numerical goal, I hope, will help me to, like, when I'm finding myself doom scrolling, be like, oh shit, like you're not gonna reach your goal if you're like on Instagram for 6 hours instead of reading when your kid goes to bed. So for me, it's just kind of like an extra outside reminder, like there's this goal that you would like to attain and you're not going to reach that when you're doom scrolling, because my doom scrolling anxiety avoidance has been terrible in the last like 6 months, and I need to really nip that in the bud. It's bad. So for me, like the reading goal, having a number attached to it, just hopefully will help to move my brain in the right direction. As far as my channel, 2025, new year, new me. Kidding. But I would like to get back into doing reading sprints, maybe at least once a month would be really fun. I enjoy it a lot. I unfortunately am mostly doing it like during the day when my husband and son are out of the house, because that's when it's most quiet for me. But I might do some at night, my time at night for me, just to have a different variety of, like, I know not everyone lives in the same time zone or like in a place where the daytime sprints work for them, but I would love to try and accommodate some of y'all because I love you all so much, and I just want to hang out and read with a bunch of you if I can. So with that being said, I feel like I talked for way too long. This video is probably not that long because I'm going to edit out a lot of the rambling. But if you're seeing this, then that means it's New Year's Eve. So first and foremost, Happy New Year. I hope your 2025 is filled with lots of great books, good company, relaxation, and just overall is better than the shit show 2024 was for most of us. If you've made it this far in the video, in honor of New Year's, leave a champagne emoji down in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Happy New Year!